So our next topic will be CloudFront. Let's see what is that. What is CloudFront and all. Some few details about it. Let's say example. We are in India, obviously. Sometimes you might have observed few applications. It can be, let's say, Facebook or Instagram, anything, because they have videos, right? So in Instagram you open a reel or an video or something, or let's say in Facebook you open a video. It'll take time to load, right? It's little buffer, but normal thing will load fine. I mean, whatever the content news, the page feed and all, the photos, they will load faster, but videos will be a little slow. You might observe sometimes, and sometimes the text will load faster, but the image will take time to load. Correct? Have you observed this? I mean, anytime, generally mostly we see, even YouTube also, let's say, if I click on a video, all the text will load, but the video thumbnails, the video, it will take some time to load. Usually happens this for every application. Why this happens generally is we are accessing the application from India, and the servers may be in California or somewhere. So obviously the request has to, we are requesting it, right? So the request has to travel through multiple networks to reach the server, I mean, wherever the source is, and it has to load. So which causes the performance issues like this. So which causes the performance issues. We call them latency issues also, because uh, latency issues means the one which which takes time. Sorry, here latency is there here. Sorry. So usually, if it is taking too much time to load, so generally not a good practice. Correct. I want to improve that. See, my text will load fine, but my video is taking some time, or let's say my static content is taking some time. So what to do? I want to make it faster. Mm, one way is there. I mean, you can, let's say, if Indian people are accessing, Indian users are there, keep the servers in India. Maybe they'll access faster, right? Instead of request going to US or somewhere, request going to maybe Mumbai in India, as an example, I'm just saying. So you can the request will go to India only, and it'll get it for you. So it'll be faster, obviously, right? Correct. That is good. But I can't maintain my servers in India. I can't maintain my servers in US or Australia somewhere. Of course, cost is also high. Maintenance also will be like that. I don't want that many, servers. My source is in California, but India users also should be able to access fasterly. How to do that? That's when this concept comes. CloudFront. It's a CDN, Content Delivery Network. We call it simply Content Delivery Network. What happens is this, you know, this cache your content. Let's say as an example, let's go to YouTube. This is YouTube page, right? These are videos, obviously. This CloudFront will cache all this content, images or videos, whatever it is. They'll cache it. It will cache it, and where it will cache and where it will store. There are some concept called edge locations in AWS. So let me just open. Sorry, edge locations. More than 60 edge locations are there in AWS. Let's type here. There are almost 60 edge locations. Okay, where is the number? That's okay. Let's go to image. This one. Imagine here, see, there are 60 edge locations over all the world. What happens is this, what is this? CloudFront. This will cache your content and store the cache in all the edge locations. You got what I'm saying? It will cache. Cache means cache. We call it cache, right? That's cache. It will cache the content and store the cache. Whatever it cache, it will store in all the edge locations. Whatever the dot it's showing. These are all there. So now let's say I'm in India. I access the application. Now from where it will come? The cache, because it's caching all the edge locations, right? What is the nearest edge location for India? maybe these, I don't know where are these, but yeah, what is the nearest edge location? Maybe Mumbai, let's say. So the content will be given to you from Mumbai. Now it will be faster, right? We don't need a server at all in Mumbai. This CloudFront will cache the data in all the edge locations, so that when you access the application, whatever the content, it will serve to you, it will give to you from the nearest edge location. Let's say South America here. So I'm here. I'm trying to access the application which is here, Australia, let's say. So if I access, generally it should go to Australia. But now CloudFront is there. It cached the content here in South America, here in 5 places. The content will be given from to you from any of these 5, whichever is available, whichever is near to you. So like this, it will work. In India also, let's search. There is no back button. Okay. AWS edge locations in India. See Mumbai, Bangalore also there. See Mumbai 10 locations, New Delhi 7, Chennai. See Bangalore 4, Hyderabad 3, Kolkata 2. So now we are sitting in Bangalore. If we access the application which is near to us, Bangalore, 4 edge locations are there. So content will be served to you, served to you from any of these 4 edge locations, whichever is near to. Maybe in Electron City also there is one, I don't know. So like that. So like this we have edge locations, and that's how, you know, what is it, CloudFront works. So total how many are there? 90. Okay, there are 450 points of presence at 13 edge locations. So the count obviously has been increased. Oh, more than 400. See, when I was studying, I think 7 years or 8 years ago, AWS, when I was learning, there were 60 edge locations. My bad, sorry, my mistake. There were 60 edge locations when I was learning it. I think in 2016 or somewhere. I think 8 years, yeah, 2016 or 15 somewhere. So now there are 400 edge locations. See, how the content will be faster. See, that's so usually we will be accessing our applications. Let's say I'm here in Australia, I access application which is in US here somewhere. Obviously it will give from any of these edge locations which is near. Maybe this is near, maybe this is near, or maybe this is near. It will give serve to you like that. So that's how edge locations work. All we have to do is create an edge location, and you have to tell which content you want to cache, where the content is, and it will do it for you. And this edge location, sorry, this CloudFront will cache your content for 24 hours. Every 24 hours it will recache them again. Let's say maybe as an example 12 o'clock as an example I'm saying, it will recache your content again, because you may have updated your content. Let's say I just created CloudFront today. Now my content is cached. Next 8 o'clock it will recache again, because in between I might have updated some data, right? The file might have been updated or something, so it will recache it again. Or you can also recache it manually, that is also fine, but yeah, it will also do it. Got it? So all we have to do is how we configure it. And of course you have to tell where that content, where the data is. I mean, data means where your application, whatever the files you are accessing it. You can have in either in EC2 or S3, most famously S3, because I told you it's majorly do static content, code content caching. It will do static content. Static content means HTML, CSS, blah blah blah, all these things, images, videos, these are all static content. Obviously we have seen static content we can easily store with the less cost in S3, correct? So that's why we use S3. So let's create a bucket for us, and I have some image. Let's upload it. CDN test, maybe TA something. I told you bucket name should be unique. This is fine. Let's do this. ACLs. Okay, we can change it later. No worries. Bucket disable. Blah blah blah. Create bucket. What happened? Oh, I acknowledge. Sorry. bucket, and of course once created, upload our file. Upload. I have an image, let's upload. Upload. Done. So now this content, whatever this image is there, that I want to cache. So this, when we have to create a CloudFront distribution, we have to choose this bucket in the CloudFront distribution. Then whatever the content inside the bucket, whatever the content, no matter not just image, it will be cached to in all the edge locations, around 400 it seems, so that it will be accessible to you fasterly. So create distribution. Origin. Where is origin? Origin means where your source is, source code, I mean where your content is. S3, right? Obviously you can choose any of this. C load balancer also you can see. The remaining you haven't seen, but yeah, load balancer also you can choose it. CDN. Origin path. If let's say your content is inside some path, folder or something, you can give it. If you have any folder. If you don't have any folder, leave it. It's a, I don't have any folder. It's on right on top of the bucket, so leave it. Origin access. You want to give public access, you can give. Bucket must allow public access. We have to allow the, I mean here it's a new is a CloudFront is a separate service, S3 is a separate service, right? So we are making sure that CloudFront is talking to S3, because that's S3 is where the content is. So CloudFront has to cache it. It means CloudFront has to access the data. So this is where origin access, we define how the CloudFront should access. So there are three ways. These two ways are like giving the policy, bucket policy. You have bucket policy, right? That will update the policy. Or public means bucket should be public, so then it can also access anything. So recommended settings are there. Origin access control. Bucket will be restricted only to CloudFront. I don't need to, I mean others don't need to access the bucket. So they just need to access, I mean only CloudFront need to access the bucket, right? So create a new OAC and select the OAC here. So what happens is CloudFront, it will give you, provide the policy after creating the distribution. So it will give a policy to you. You have to update the policy in S3 bucket. S3 bucket policy will be there, right, for us. Where is it? Here we have to update it. Where is it? Sorry, here. In that policy, what will be there is, the policy will make sure that S3 is allowing the CloudFront to access the content. We'll see that, don't worry. So you want to enable origin shield. No, not required for us. Default cache behavior. You want to compress objects? Yes. If you observe, open any website and try to inspect. Let's refresh. It will be cached, compressed. Where is it? Is this not compressed? So you will see it something called zzip here. It means the content will be compressed and sent to the application, because it will be load faster. Obviously if you content, what happens, the size will be less, right? So the whenever you send a request, the server will compress and send to you, and obviously it will decompress it. See the zzip here, it will be compressed. You want to compress it, you can compress also. Where is it? Sorry, you don't want it, simply click on no, that's it. You can keep it as, I mean there is no issue in that, there is no extra things. And of course, what you want, HTTPS protocols you want to allow, or HTTPS only, or redirect HTTPS. It means if someone access the CloudFront distribution, it's an URL, obviously endpoint. They can access with HTTP and HTTPS also. They can access only with HTTPS, or they can access the HTTP, it will automatically redirect to HTTPS. Anything, whichever is comfortable for you. I'll keep both, it's fine for me. But usually we have only HTTPS. Okay, so but now I'm just doing HTTP and HTTPS. And methods, HTTP methods. So when you access an application, there are multiple methods. Get, this is the get method. Get means we are fetching the data from application. Put means we are uploading the data. Delete means we are deleting something. Post also will there, we are updating some data. So like this, there are multiple HTTP methods. For now get only, I mean we are just fetching the data from bucket, so get is fine. So that's one thing. Next thing, restrict viewer access. So what happens is like if you restrict it, what happens is not everyone can access. So everyone will have in a separate CloudFront signed URLs. So we have to use that only. We don't use this for now. So because we want to make it to public, everyone should access. So again, we don't want to have separate signed URLs for each and every. Of course, you can do that, but it's not required for us. And cache key and origin settings request. Sorry, keep it as it is. So next, this also fine. So this is firewall. This is separate topic we haven't discussed. For now, do not enable security protections. So this is firewall for this CloudFront, but that's okay. We'll see it later. For now, it's not required. And settings, price class. So here you decide where you want to cache your content, in all the edge locations or only in North America and Europe, or North America, Europe, Asia, Middle East, Africa. I think it's missed Australia. Use all edge locations, that's fine. It means all 400 edge locations, wherever it's there, it will cache them. You can select specifically North America and Europe, means North America and Europe. It will do like that, but it's okay. Don't, you can choose. It depends on your use case. If your users are only from North America and Europe, you can select this. If you use it from all over the world, select this. It's fine. And you can choose your SSL certificates here if you have enabled HTTPS, but we don't have it, so leave it. And of course, supported HTTP versions, HTTP2, HTTP3. Select HTTP2 by default. 3 I'm not sure whether it supports or not. IPv6 IP address. So if you know IPv4 and v6 both are there, right? So you can disable it IPv6 because we want IPv4 address. So disable it. And obviously standard logging, it's there. You want to log a request, you know, whatever request coming to CloudFront. If you don't want it, keep it off. If you want, keep it on. It will send to some service called CloudWatch, it seems. Or you can, it will send to S3 also. You can use the bucket. The logs will be sent to S3. That is also fine. So, or if you don't want, simply keep it off. It is also fine. Now you can enable the cookie also, logging cookie. Now create. It will take easily 10 to 15 minutes, I believe, to create it. But let's wait. Let's wait. We have to update the bucket policy, remember? See, copy policy. It gave you policy. And go to S3 permissions to update the policy. It gives the link also. This is the bucket, I believe. Yes, see. My bad. Let's edit here. Paste the policy. Oh, wait. We have enabled that one, I forgot. What? Logging, right? So automatically the policy came. This is another policy, see. So allow service CloudFront. So action is S3 get object. I mean, it's trying to access this bucket. What is the CloudFront URL? This is the CloudFront URL. We can't have the policy like this. This policy you will see later more clearly. So for now, I'll just use things. Let's remove this. JSON syntax error, what? Statement folder had statement folder already instance of statement. What is that? Duplicate statement. Statement is there, maybe. Oh, wait. Let's copy until here only. And I told you, right, don't worry, this will come to you. Now it should be correct. Let's save. Oh, the policy contains invalid JSON. Where is it?
At the end, the closing parenthesis is missing.
Okay. Oh, sorry. This statement is missing. Okay, this is there. Oh, overall. Sorry, 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 sorry. Yeah, correct.
That's
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now it should be. Oh, mm-hmm. Let's copy this. Simply go JSON validator. It will only tell you JSON lint. Just like ML lint, we have JSON lint. Validate JSON. What? JSON is valid. See, what the hell? Somewhere it's. Now let's copy this. Paste it. Let's try. Yeah, see, it's created. So why this confusion is this gave you policy so that you have to update it, because to allow the CloudFront to access the S3 objects, because that we are caching, right, whatever in S3. And another policy is we enable the logging. So the logging also policy by default added after we select the enable the logging. We choose logging enable and the bucket name, right? So automatically this came created by CloudFront. So this came. So that's why two policies we are combining. Don't worry, you will see policies very soon. Don't worry about all those for now. So it will. I told you it will take time. Let it finish. Don't worry. Meanwhile, we will see. This is the URL CloudFront gave you. .cloudfront.net. You may get a doubt. See, we open google.com or youtube.com something, right? And where we use this one, but we need the content. I mean, the caching should be done, but we can't use this URL. But where to use it? You know where they use it? They'll store, let's say, imagine my application YouTube only there. All my YouTube videos I kept in S3 bucket and I cached with CloudFront. So CloudFront URL I can able to access my videos and all is browsing faster. Now this CloudFront URL developer will use in the front end application. So wherever, let's say, this is the front end code, right? So if I open this videos page, all my videos should become, this will be coming from cache. So developer will use the, in some file script will be there. In the script they'll use the CloudFront URL to access, to get all these things. They'll use this URL like this. So don't worry about that. So how to integrate in the core and all, that's not our case. All we have to do is cache it, give the URL to whoever responsible, maybe developers. They'll know it. They'll know where to include, because they're writing the application. Obviously it will show access denied still, because S3 needs to be allowed, but that's okay. If you access it, let's access the object slash s3 slash png. Access denied, of course. S3 need to be modified. Let's modify. We have seen yesterday, right? These things. I mean, day before yesterday. Sorry. Local public access. Okay. Make it allow. Login to control access. That's okay. Yes, also enable acknowledge. I'm just for example, I'm making it public. List. I understand. Okay, I'll be deleting it soon. Same way, objects also. Permissions. Edit for specific object. I'm giving permissions. Let's see. It came. Of course, there is nothing for the default URL. So if you have to give the key name, it came. See. So now this will be cached. This is already cached in all the edge locations. For me, it's serving from nearest edge location, maybe some Bangalore. I don't know where it is, But if you don't have edge location, you can able to access directly from S3 bucket. Sorry, let me open separate tab. Same content only, but observe the speed. See, it's a little different. Sorry, because the performance is different. This is the URL I'm trying to access from uh, directly from bucket. The bucket is in Ireland. This is from nearest edge location, somewhere near my location, wherever the edge location is. The performance obviously will be better. So like this URL will developer will be adding to where their code, and they'll be using it. You can have domain name, not just this. You can add a domain name, alternative domain name. See, enable it. You can have a domain name. Where is this? See, alternative domain name. You can add it www dot something, whatever it is. Of course, you have to pay for that. So you can add it. You have to. You might have bought it first before adding here. So you can add it, and with that URL you can able to access. No worries. So next, go to security firewalls. We have disabled it because I haven't told this topic yet. You'll enable it. This firewall, let's keep it simple for now. You can restrict specific IPs also from this firewall. We'll see that maybe next whenever we have class. And of course origin, this is where our origins are, S3. You can have another origin also, maybe another bucket, maybe another path, or you can edit this origin. See, if you don't want to change something, you can edit this. Sorry. And of course logging, we have to enable logging. So we'll go to S3 tags, these tags. So next we have error pages. Error pages means, as I told you in S3, right? So you can have your own customized error pages. You can upload your error page here, create a custom error page. Error code maybe 404. By default 404 not found, default error page will be there. Instead of that, you can have your own error, you can have your own error page. It will show you this one, just like in S3. So you can have, and yeah, so 1 minute. You can create your own pages and error page. You can able to have it, use it. So that's about error pages. 1 minute, just a minute. Some guy is pinging me. Yeah, sorry. So next thing we have behaviors. Behaviors is how we are acting, how it works, how the what is it, sorry, how the origin is working. So these are behavior. You can change the behavior if you want. You can add your own behavior also. See, path pattern, let's say star, if the star.js, go to this origin, whatever the protocol we just discussed, you can able to do it. This is also fine. Is it clear? We have also CloudFront distributions. So what we do is we have our own domain. So we created CloudFront distributions. We have our own domain added here, and developers are using the domain. And of course, I forgot to tell, CloudFront is a global service. See here, the regions are disabled because CloudFront is a global service, not a regional service. It's a global service. It's a public service. So you can create it like this. Of course, delete. You can delete it if you, if you want. But yeah, that's okay. Delete also will take time. But first you have to disable it. Sorry, someone have doubt. Sorry, someone.
Hmm, hmm. Bro, will it be possible to see catch data in CloudFront?
That's what we're doing just now. Caching the data only.
What are the data have been cached in CloudFront?
Whatever you store in S3 bucket, you are storing. You are choosing this S3 bucket as an origin, right? Correct. You're choosing this S3 bucket, right, as an origin to CloudFront. No matter what kind of data is here, it will be cached.
I mean that frequently accessed data.
Yes, yeah, frequently accessed data only. It will be cached. Let's say now I created a CloudFront distribution. I chosen S3 as an origin. Whatever in S3, what no, I don't know what is in S3. Images, video, CSS files, HTML files, something, log files, everything, every content in this S3 bucket, because we chosen this as an origin, everything in this bucket will be cached in edge locations. Everything. I- It can be, I mean, of course, by default, frequently accessed data only, and infrequent also will come, except the archiving will be there, right? I mean, storage class that archived data won't be cached, but general data sorry, infrequent, standard, all this data, because all files will be here only. Infrequent access, standard class, infrequent access, one zone, intelligent entering, all the classes types files will be here, no, in S3 only, right? We'll see everything in here only, so everything will be cached. There is no such thing like that in CloudFront. There is no infrequent access, standard access. There is nothing in CloudFront. All it takes is source. I need a source to cache. Okay, source is S3, cache it. Source is load balancer, cache it. Like this. No matter infrequent, it does not care about that.
Okay.
Sorry, got it?
Yeah.
Metrics, let it load. It will show you how many requests are there. Request 4, I mean, I refreshed 4 times. And data transfer 4 times, obviously. Because I just refreshed means I got the data, fetching the data. That's why it's downloaded. Error rate, obviously no, there is no error rates. So that's about the CloudFront. So where is this? Yeah, this we call it CloudFront distribution. You can create it, you can disable it. Once this is, it takes time, obviously. Once you disabled status, last modified done, you can delete it. I forgot to show the EFS deletion also, but you know it. I mean, since select the EFS and delete it simply. That's it. So yeah, that's about the CloudFront today. So is it clear?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it for today. Don't leave. Let me say one thing. Let me stop the recording first. It will take some time to disable, obviously. Yeah, it done finally. Delete, delete again. It'll. Oh, it's faster. Sorry, it's done. It deleted. Of course, if you don't want it, delete your bucket. Obviously. Did I show you how to delete a bucket? No, I guess, right? Of course, you can delete like this, but it won't let you to delete. See here, there are, if there is any content inside the bucket, it won't let you delete the bucket directly. You have to delete the contents first and delete the bucket first later. So simply come here, empty bucket. It will delete all the objects in the bucket. Once it is done, then you can able to delete the bucket. Now we can able to delete. See, CDN test, some the bucket name. Sorry, delete bucket. Done. So I forgot to show you, I guess. That's why I wanted to show you this one. So that's about CloudFront. So hope it's clear. Do practice. Bye.